Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso at thewatchbox.com, your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on our website, social media, or this channel. It's in the description below. Reach out to me directly, tmosso at thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing the second generation Vacheron Constantin Overseas Chronograph. 40 millimeters in stainless steel, this timepiece is remarkably thin for what it is, at 12.4 millimeters thick, and from lug to lug, 50.5 millimeters with nicely downturned lug profile, so it wears well on a small wrist. Don't take my word for it. You can see on the wrist the watches fit nicely. Substantial, but not excessively thick. It's on paper the size of a Royal Oak offshore, but in person and in fact it wears more like a 41 millimeter Royal Oak, which is to say full-sized but not oversized. The timepiece is handsome, and with those curved lug ends, you can see how they wrap around my wrist. I can recommend this watch for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference, and I cannot say that of the 41 millimeter Royal Oak. Taking a quick look at the hardware and the software, the watch includes a fully integrated calfskin and alligator leather strap. It's navy blue, large rectangular scale alligator leather on the top. It's a matte finish. There's a monotone stitch. It's a folded edge, but it's also bolstered, so there's a lot of volume. It matches the swell of the lugs in profile, and then from overhead, it also matches the taper of the lugs. On the underside, you can see that it is calfskin, and it is a new Vacheron factory strap, so you will have the privilege of gouging it first. This is built the right way. No corners cut. Bars held by screws retain the strap, so it can't pop out the way spring bars occasionally will. You'll also note that screws and bars are used to fix the clasp to the strap. Now, there's a Maltese cross motif inside, and you can see it's a combination of media blasted and polished. You'll appreciate that there is a twin trigger release system, but also that there is a screw retaining the buckle so it can't accidentally pop out. Deployment clasps protect against droppage, and the addition of a screw in the buckle is a double insurance policy. The case is hand finished, as its rivals from AP and Patek, and I guess now Lange, will be hand finished, but it's handsome and subtle, with satin finish on the lug hoods as well as the integrating end link. You'll also appreciate that the recesses of the Maltese cross bezel are vertical satin finished, while the projections of the bezel are of high polish. The case flank is of polish, and you'll note there's a lovely little rounded bevel that runs the full length of the case band. Over on the crown side, you can see screw-down pushers, screw-down crown. There's a lovely slash-cut pattern to the crown as well as the pushers, and you can see the Maltese cross on the outside of the crown. All screwed down, the watch has 150 meter water resistance, which is more than the offshore chronograph by 50 meters and 30 meters more than the most water resistant Nautilus or Aquanaut. The dial is a lush blue lacquer. Outboard, there's a chapter ring that's blue metallic, allows you to read the minutes, the seconds, and the fractions of seconds. The luster of the blue base is almost like wet paint, bottomless, glossy, and gleaming, and then there are recesses with a matte navy blue for the individual counters, each with an handsome hand-polished chapter ring. You'll also note that there is a larger chronograph minutes counter, a little bit of calculated asymmetry that's both visually dissonant and thus intriguing, and practical as it's easier to read. There's a double date up at 12 o'clock, a feature we lost with the Generation 3 chrono, much missed. The indices as well as the hands are in white gold, and so is the Vacheron Maltese cross logo that is applied to the dial. Turn it all over, and you have the image of the Italian naval training vessel Amerigo Vespucci. That was the image basis for the overseas sailing ship. You can see several different types of finishes. There is circular concentric brushing, there is lapping machine radial sunburst style on the ring surrounding the frosted and chiseled skyline. The raised, relieved, and polished waves and the ship complete the ensemble of finish. Now inside there's a Vacheron caliber 1137, which is a Frederic Piguet 1185. 37 joules, 5-position adjustment like a chronometer. It beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour with a 40-hour power reserve. It winds unidirectionally. It does not have hacking seconds, but it does have quick set date. It is an integrated, thus purpose-built automatic chronograph caliber with both vertical clutch and column wheel. The column wheel making the function selection crisp, the vertical clutch allowing you to run the chrono full-time if you want and start the chrono without any jump to the seconds hand. Now the timepiece also has a soft iron inner cage like a Milgauss, so it is 25,000 ampere per meter anti-magnetic. Remember, the ISO standard for an anti-magnetic watch is 4,800 ampere per meter, so 25,000 is quite a bit more than that. A watch that is remarkably durable, elegant, handmade, discontinued, much loved, and much missed. The Overseas Chrono Generation 2 was the best Overseas Chrono. Email tmosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. And we're back with the Overseas Chronograph by night.